So let's play 3 games in the classical King's Indian and 1 game in the 4 pawns attack of the King's Indian. And now the knight goes back. I'm gonna play against Houdini 1.5. I wanna have some sort of education there. The first TCEC winner, Houdini 1.5, or at least one of the first, I don't quite know. Let's see what he goes for. But Shadow Blue goes bishop e3 here, and then I go a5 and knight c5, usually with f5 to go. And I get usually quite normal positions. Now I go a5 again. We can have the same position within transposition. If he goes bishop there, it's again it will become just a transposition. Bishop h4 is another way of doing it. Let's go there. Queen over there. Let's go f5. For now I have quite a normal position, I think, within the King's Indian. Takes, let's go there. I want to go f4 here. Knight over there. Maybe. I don't know if we should push any of those pawns yet. Maybe this one still. But I need to cover e5, that's what I should remember there. So now I have the queen's head on the locking key and I can go knight d6 to blockade this pawn and prepare e4. Knight e4 and just go b3. Although then he has knight g5. Coming into d6 maybe. Goes there. Okay, let's go knight to d6. Rook over there, piling up on that pawn. I don't really want to go there. I don't want to already go there. I don't really want to go there, but I think I have to. Okay, I think now Houdini is taking over. This pawn is a weakness and a target. But I have both bishops. Okay, now he's targeting this thing. So let's go there, take away g5. I need to get rid of the knight. How to defend this pawn. Knight back. Probably. But now I may have problems of the knight to b5. Maybe knight queen b6 is still Maybe trying to hold with c6, kick the knight back, control the squares in the center, maybe. For now everything seems to be still protected. But I'm much worse here, obviously. I mean, bishop h7 and bishop g6 something, so I'm gonna go here. Also defending the rook. Yeah, that's a pretty awful position, maybe. But I can go back after takes, or even before. Oh, and now he forks me. Wow. That's bad. That's bad. Okay, this will be the first game I will analyze. This was, f4 was a mistake. Took advantage of the weak e5 pawn. Fine. Very well played. And in the end it was a fork. Weakness of the move. What I played. So, the starting position of this. A5 and bishop knight c5. Yeah, this was the way I played before. Okay, let's pin that horse. Maybe even take it. h6. Let's go here. If knight g4, I'm gonna give him this for the open file. He goes there. Fine. He goes there. Let's go rook b1. Prepare b4. If he goes knight f5, I go bishop f1. And if any f5, I just go take it. Can't be worse here. But it's also a very interesting way of play, how he did it. A4. The knight goes back. Now transfer this knight over. If knight f5, I go bishop f1. If f5, I take and go f3. Probably. And I'm hitting the knight, which would damage his structure. But I would lose. Well, all my pawns are on light squares. I can take and go f3. If I take and he takes with the bishop, no worries. No, I don't want to take and allow his bishop to get open. So you just go f3 and bishop f1. If f4, just bishop f2. f5, f3. just f3. What's the point? We have a pretty standard position here, I think, where white should be a bit better. Maybe. Rook over there. So I'm gonna double on the b file now. Trying to get in c5 at some point. Playing a very strong game against the bot. Bishop over there attacking the queen. But rook f7 defends the pawn on c7. Queen over there. Okay. Fine. Do I have c5? I don't. Well, probably after queen a2. Maybe now I have c5. Takes. Bishop takes, knight takes. I don't. The knight on b7 does a good job. If he takes, I'm taking with this knight. g5. I need to find something here on the queen side quite quickly, otherwise I will get smashed on the king side. c5. If he takes with the knight and with the pawn, I don't know. Maybe c5. Okay, let's put the rook back to the second. This is still covered, and c5 takes. Let's see with what he takes. I think c5 is now working, or at least I hope so. I have 5 pieces defending my king, but the knight is a bit not that stable. But okay, now I can also take it with a knight. Maybe I can push c5 quicker. No, I'm gonna take with the bishop to free up the f2 square and to defend g2 as well. Can I take on c7? He takes the knight. And I take on e5. No, I don't take on e5. I push. I lay 3 times on that thing. And I that much. Okay, I kind of have to go there. I still have some play. Knight over there, and now the bishop drops. I don't have anything here. Okay. He kind of smashed me there with this attack. Slow building and crushing me there. Very nice instructive King's Indian. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this knight c5 idea. If a5, knight c5 and knight h5 idea. So now the book is over. Maybe it was over after a5, but Houdini plays very well. The last game was very well played. Let's put the knight on c5. I played bishop g5 in that position. I wonder what he will do. I mean, another try is maybe knight over there. Trying to go a3, b4, and then after en passant, knight takes to hit the knight. Okay, I don't think he's gonna take. I think he's gonna retreat as well. And I think I still go with my knight e8 idea instead of knight h5. Although knight f5 looks also lucrative, but knight d6 blocks the stuff on the queen side. So it's just different systems. Even the engine doesn't know what's better for black. Black is in all variations worse, according to the computer. Okay, now he reroutes the knight, so now f5. Let's see if takes. Maybe bishop takes is an idea though. Goes f3 as well. Okay, let's just go f5. Is he taking the knight? I hope so. I think so. Now he retreats. h5. Let's put the pawn as far ahead into his territory as possible. h4 takes, no, I have to protect. And I'm gonna take with the pawn. He will take with the knight, obviously, keeping the bishop. But it's not that bad. If the dark squares are under control a lot. And he has no play on the queen side after my knight reaches d6. This structure is working against b4 quite well. Knight to d6. I hope he takes, but I doubt it. Okay, I think this time my position is more solid than before h4. I just want to go h3. Queen h4. If he takes on c7, I take on h3. Let's go. I'm really curious about this game. I don't think I'm that much worse here, to be perfectly honest. In there. No, shut up. He's threatening to take on b6. So I'm gonna go all the way back with the bishop covering b6 and advance, also covering this. But how is this rook ever getting out? But how is he ever getting in my position? I can maybe try for a very long time to do something here. Like queen h6 maybe? With rook over there and g5, g4. Don't think it does matter too much which pawn to use first. So he has to defend here now, his king side. He's just moving the rook back and forth, so I think I even have a draw here if I want. I don't think white is better at doing anything here. I want to go g4 here. g4 and h3, what's the problem? Bishop takes, I hit the rook, and I push. And I push. Okay, he does this. He does this. Which is obviously pretty bad. Now the h-file stays closed. Unfortunately, but maybe I still have ideas. And e5 drops again. I don't have any chance here. But I think in this position I'm not any worse. Here I'm gonna ask Stockfish immediately. I think I'm not worse here. I can't be worse. I mean, how can I be worse here? 26 moves against Houdini and not being worse in a King's Indian. Can't be any worse here, right? So yeah, I'm even a bit better here. How would this continue? I wonder. But 26 moves according against Houdini, and I'm not any worse. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. So I kind of get it, what to do in the King's Indian now. At least in the classical variation, you go this way, you go back, h5. g4 is not even losing, but queen g7 and king g1, knight e8. Maybe preparing this. 98, bishop e7, h1. But yeah, this is very good, having the queen's head on the locking key. Here with black. That was actually quite a brutal game. 26 minutes, getting lessons in the King's Indian classical defense. Till when was this theory actually? This is the last theory. Position knight to d2. Okay, let's quickly go through this game. So this is the opening. According to Stockfish, this position should favor white a lot, but not anymore here. Knight here g5 was another option. Knight f7. I went for this idea, which looked lucrative from a distance. What is if I take the knight? What is if I take the knight? New variation. It's equal as well. ab5 and bishop to e7, rook a1, bishop to d6. I will play, it's not the best Stockfish moves, but it's also equal. b4, cb4, c5, trying to get the c5 move in as I did. bc5, bishop c5, bishop to d7, not touching the bishop. Yeah, that's better. Bishop takes d6, pawn takes d6, and now b6, going for this passed pawn. But here now the idea is queen f8 or bishop e8. Queen f8 I would probably go for, but a few compounds. 2 4 6 2 4 6 versus 2 4 6 7, right? 4 and 3 7. Yes, I'm up a pawn, so I can't be any worse even in this position. I don't think I'm worse here. So let's ask a later version of Stockfish, a newer version. Stockfish. No, it's just equal according to Stockfish, but who would you prefer here? This could easily be one of my better games. Okay, let's see if Houdini 1.5 can hold this in a 3+1 blitz game. 3+1 blitz game. Let's see if he can hold. This will be the end of this lesson, because I want to have one black victory without the help of Stockfish. It's pretty. If at some point I crack, in this case I just miscalculated, missed a move in my head. Calculations. So let's see if black can win this. Being up a pawn. Houdini wanted this position. This is what he could have gotten against me with perfect play at this game. Let's see how I should have played this game. So we have some moves. This is the current board position. This is what we could have gotten, like being up a pawn on the queen side. The game will shift now towards the queen side, but maybe there will still be attacking options for black on the king side, but maybe even for white. But white also has the worst bishop, so how can this be not like winning for black? Stockfish will win, of course, against Houdini, I think, in this position, but b3 hitting the queen is what Stockfish thinks, or rook b8. Rook over there, but d6 is protective. fg4. Now he plays my idea. Wow. That's nice. Chess gods are kind to me today. Houdini, the engine I played against before. This bishop takes g4, wow. That's awesome. Awesome. Because the dark squared bishop is gone. So you can take, wow, the bishop retreats. You still have attack with f3 now. Okay, Stockfish gives this now as immediately winning. Is like clearly winning to black. Takes, but both engines thinks this endgame is winning for black, completely winning. Yeah, obviously, I mean there is just upper outside pass pawn. King takes g2. Rook b2 I would, rook b7 I would play. over there, check first. Rook f7 check. Oh, you go after the h3 pawn. That's also quite smart. Creating an even more outside pass pawn. Also b6 is now very strong. Yeah, there is a check, but that's actually not doing anything. Wow, that's actually quite nice. My idea also played, but later. Wow. Both engines think it's winning for black, but Stockfish even more than Houdini. 1.5. The latest version of Houdini wouldn't have a chance either, but that endgame was very difficult to hold. I'm gonna see if it was possible until what point. Just to gain some seconds, 2 or 3. More active king and upper pawn still. Two pawns up now. Yeah, now it's really clearly winning. So now, yeah, you can't trade, but if you can't trade, what do you do? Up 2 pawns in a rook's endgame. But they played without table bases. It's not table-based territory now. One pawn has to disappear. Or one rook. But if one rook disappears, then it's kind of clear. So only some seconds left for both engines. So let's go. Now both engines see it quite clear, but it's now move 76. Black is broken through, and now the next pawn bites the dust. And it's over, losing all pawns. And it's busted. Wow, this is how I could have won the game. So one thing which really interests me right now is like in this position over there, like actually Yeah, the knight on d6, but his knight on b5 was stronger. It's just the truth. And this way. So why can't you take the bishop? I mean h3 probably, so let's see. Your variation. Yeah, h3. gh3. Rook h3, king over there. And rook h7 back, trying to create this battery. And what about rook h1? f3 check, rook g8. f2 check. Wow. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice, winning the rook there. Okay, I see, but without this resource, queen h6 is coming. I mean, what do you do? What do you even do? Okay, let's say you double on the a file. New main line. f3 again. It's even no, king f2 not. King g3 is a maiden. Yeah, because of queen f4. So let's say you go back. Let's say you go back, new main line. Now queen f4 is a mate in 13 anyway. Why? Oh, queen g3 is threatened. Okay, let's see. It's defended against queen g3. Queen takes g4. Okay, those two threats are... So king f2, but then you lose the queen, so that's not good. Queen g3 check. What? King f2 or bishop f1. Okay, let's say bishop f1. New main line. Queen g3 check. Bishop g2, and it's a mate in 8. Okay, yeah, okay, you crash through on the f4 square with this sort of thing. Okay, wow, that's quite interesting. The King's Indian is very rich after all. I mean, this c5 is often the break you want to get in. Okay, lessons learned in those games. I have learned a lot of lessons in those games. The other games will be analyzed in my blog. And I should have taken the knight here. This was the best move, probably. Let's let him crunch the numbers from this endgame out here. That's bad because of g4. Underestimated g4. Houdini underestimated the implications of g4. That was a huge game there. Queen f2 is the preferred way to do it, or rook a7. Let's play queen f2 and let's let the numbers crunch from here. That was quite brutal. This session I learned quite a lot about the classical variation of the King's Indian. But anyway, see you later. Ciao.